What's up YouTube family? Welcome back to Ambere's channel. So for today's video, you know how every YouTuber starts? Like, share, subscribe, comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. So for today I'm going to say, if you have not subscribed to my channel, watch this video. If you like what you hear, if you like what you see, I'd like you to subscribe, I would like you to share, like you to comment, all that good stuff. And if you've been here from the beginning, if you joined me a few weeks ago, if you joined me last year, if you joined me 4 years ago, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about something the church does not talk about. So when it comes to relationships, because if you do not know by now, my passion is relationships and I talk about relationships a lot. So the church doesn't talk about flirting. And when I talk about flirting, I'm not talking about it in the messed up way. I'm talking about being interesting when you're getting to know each other. You meet this girl, you meet this guy, both of you, I'm talking about to the Christian believers, because I believe one way or the other, I have some non-believers who subscribe and listen to what I have to say. The reason why I'm choosing the Christian believers is because we can be very boring in relationships. Yes, I said it. We can be very, very boring when it comes to relationships. God did not create boredom. God did not create you to be boring. If you read the Bible, he's pretty funny, he's pretty interesting. He's tough, yes, but he's not boring. So I do not know why we think we have to be boring. So when it comes to relationships, please, let's be more interesting. So I'm going to be talking about flirting. When you meet this girl, you meet this guy, you exchange numbers, you exchange Snapchat, you exchange social media handles, whatever you exchange, you guys are talking. Or you slid in the DMs, you guys are getting to know each other, and now you want to make her yours and you want to make him yours. What are you going to do? You're not going to quote the Bible, you know, thou art saying. Yes, I use the Bible sometimes depending on the context of conversation, or if I feel like this person is not understanding my stand, I bring in the Bible. But I do not advocate for always speaking the word. That can make it extremely, extremely boring. You're not supposed to go on a date carrying a Bible. When you meet the girl, you guys are seated down and the first thing you say, you know, John in the Bible says, Paul in Corinthians, Paul in Romans, Paul in Thessalonians. No, relax, brother, relax. Compliment her. She walked in looking beautiful. Tell her what you see in her, in that beauty. The time she took to put her face together. The time she took to put an outfit together. Don't be boring. Please don't be boring. Please. When I like someone and I'm feeling like, okay, we are going to go and we're going to vibe and know if this is it, I'm very flirtatious. And sometimes my flirtation can be read the wrong way. I'm celibate. I've been celibate in April for 10 years. So I'm not trying to be flirtatious with you to take you to bed, or you to take me to bed, actually. No, that's not my point. And me, my flirtatious comes in the fact that I do not shy out with complimenting you. If I think you're fine, I'll tell you you're fine. If I think you look good, I'll tell you you look good. If I think your voice is nice, I will most definitely tell you your voice is nice. I will compliment you, which I do it in a very flirtatious way. I do not believe in being boring. Man, I do not believe in being boring. I cannot imagine being in a boring relationship. So whatever foundation you build, I always say, is what will grow and grow and grow and grow. So if you build your foundation on boring, your relationship will be extremely boring. There's video I watched for Benjamin Zulu. If you've not known by now, I will quote this man, R.C. Blakes, Tony Gaskins, many times. So Benjamin Zulu talked about what good guys can learn from bad boys. Yes, what good guys can learn from bad boys. Because bad boys, they know how to flirt, they know how to make your mind go, whoa. They know what they're doing. So there's a lot the good guys can learn from bad boys. Don't just say, oh my gosh, all the girls are being taken by the bad boys. No, can you imagine? You're a good guy, you have good intentions, you have a kind heart, you're a romantic in terms of there's so much there are these gestures you do to make a girl feel like a princess, to make a girl feel like a queen, but you have no vibe. You are extremely boring. And I'm not trying to attack you, but let's speak facts here. Let me even start with myself. I used to be such a shy girl. I had zero confidence. People in high school would say, yes, she's pretty, but she's very boring. Because I didn't know how to talk to a guy. When a guy would come, I would go quiet. Because my mind is thinking, oh my gosh, what do guys talk about? What do boys talk about? What do... So by the time I've had all these thoughts in my mind, the guy has gone. I was extremely boring. So I know what it means to be boring. No attack here. Let's speak facts. Do not be boring. You can learn game from the bad boys. But remember, the difference between you and the bad boy is you have good intentions. You're not coming in to manipulate her, you're not coming to abuse her, you're not coming to use her. So you win because you're a full package. Good guys, that will make you a full package. Learn how to flirt. On TikTok, there's a girl who has very good pointers on flirting. So I followed her and I learned a bit. I'm also a creative. My mind thinks creatively. I have a very big imagination. I'm very deep with my conversation. So I know how to play the game a bit. Still learning. I've learned in life. Everything we do is learning. It's not about, they have natural skills. They are just naturally blessed. No. Brother, sister, it's learning. Have you heard? I follow someone who teaches us how to flirt. And I follow. Like, I can pull some interesting game. But some of you may be watching me and say, oh my gosh, when we were talking, why didn't you flirt with me? I'm sorry. Some things I've learned in the last few years. And sometimes we did not get to the place where you gave me the opening to flirt. And some I've liked you for a long time. So when I got to talk to you, I went instantly into flirting because I was like, yes, finally he's DM'd me. Yes, finally he's texted me. So I went straight up to being flirtatious. And please, if you watch my video and we end up being together, see what I did there? If you watch my video and we end up being together, don't misread my flirtatious for wanting to sleep with you. I just want to emphasize that is not my intention. My intention is I'm very good at compliments. I know I shock people with my compliments. I just straight up say what's in my mind. Not the rude ones, not the rude comments I'm thinking. Those I cast down. But when it comes to if I like what I see, I will let you know. I will most definitely let you know. So don't misread. And I know you men barely get compliments. So you always think that there's an intention, there's an ill intent the woman has when she's complimenting you. No, there's some women who are just good at giving their flowers before you die. You don't need to get your flowers when you're dead. You can get your flowers now. So let's learn to flirt. I'm not going to sit here and teach you step 1. This is how you flirt, please. If you do not understand first step number 1, Google what flirting means. I'm just sitting here thinking of how I flirted with this guy and I was full blown. Yeah. Anyway, so Google what flirting is. Okay. learn how to flirt. You can learn how to flirt by standing in front of a mirror. Imagine your reflection is the person you're interested in. Or you're practicing even before that person comes into manifestation. So just stand in front of the mirror, start flirting, pretending your reflection is the person you're getting to know. Sometimes write some pointers down. You may be a logical thinker because you're a mathematician, you're a scientist, you're whatever. So your mind thinks logically, and sometimes, no shade, but the logical thinking people have kind of, you guys are systematic, you're formula based, so your conversations can be a bit dry. But the creatives tend to think completely outside of the box, because we are paid to think creatively. Ads, adverts, billboards, movie scripts, radio scripts, cartoon drawings, comics, painters, abstract painters, sculptors, all these people think totally outside of the box. So sometimes for them, thinking of an interesting way to compliment you is not hard, because I always say for us 2 + 2 is not equals 4, sometimes it could be 65. But for logical thinking people, 2 + 2 = 4. You keep to a formula. So man, work at it. Just the same way in life we work at things, work at being funny, work at being flirtatious, work at being interesting. Because there's a reason why you see a fine chick, you see a good looking woman, you see a beautiful woman, you see a gorgeous woman with a man, and you're asking yourself, isn't she way above his league? That man has a mouth. That man has a smooth mouth. He's a smooth operator. That man has a smooth mouth. He's got game. And mind you, I always say, and I always like to emphasize, I'm not talking about bad guys, good guys, okay? This guy has a smooth mouth. He's compensating. Today I'm going to be as real gets. He's compensating. Even him, when he looks at himself in the mirror, he says, and yeah, this chick is way above my league. But the guy knows what he's saying. You know, I learned in a conference that girls, it's what they hear. Guys, it's what they see. That's why guys, you notice the physical. You will be attracted to her first because of her beauty, because of the way just basically the way she looks. That's what attracts you first. Then as you guys get to know each other, you're attracted to her personality, her character, her attitude, so on, so forth. Now girls, they're attracted to what they hear. That's why you can come up to her and you start talking good game. Chick is blushing. The girl is drawing the map of Africa with her foot. The girl can't stand still because she's like, oh my gosh, wow, oh yeah, you know my name. And she could be the boss chick, as she could be CEO, she could be business owner, she could be driving and she's acting like a girl. Girls go by what they hear. So sometimes I have talked to men and I'm like, if we talked longer, I would have been married to you by now. If we talked longer, I'd have been married to you by now, because your mouth is smooth. Yeah, so we go by what we hear. So can you imagine, let's go back, can you imagine, good guy, kind heart, good intention, treating her like, you're already planning how you can treat her like a princess. Add in having a smooth mouth. Know what you're saying. Even you ladies, not all work goes to the men. Please learn to be flirtatious as well. I'm very good at it, and sometimes I know I have to okay, I can't say I'm very good at it because someone else can say otherwise. But like the Gen Z today says, I got some riz in me. Some naturally just thinking, because I think. I always picture if I was in a relationship, what would I do? So my mind always plays like that. So I can actually flirt, I can do better. I have made mistakes, but we learn, we move regardless. And so learn how to be flirtatious, learn to be interesting, learn to be funny. Please, my fellow believers, we do not have to be boring. Come on, guys, we do not have to be boring. We are the example. God said we are the example to the world. Now imagine if the world is thinking, oh my gosh, Christian relationships must be so boring because of what they see. No, they don't have to be. They don't. Really, they don't. I want you guys, let me pause there. Think about that. Think about that. Let's change. Let's become better at being interesting. Until my next video, family, YouTube family. Peace, guys.